If you want to land your first data analytics job in 2025, you are going to have to follow a great roadmap, taking you step by step, picking up the skills that you need to know to pass your interview and perform that job correctly. And in today's video, that is what I'm going to be presenting to you guys. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to give you guys a little bit of background behind myself and then also jump into some tips. Then I promise we'll go through each of those steps. So I have a degree in electrical engineering from the University of Central Florida, but I decided not to pursue the electrical engineering route. Instead, during one of my final years of college, I found out about data analytics through an elective class. In that class, we took a look at the analytics of sports ticket sales. And if you watch the videos on the channel, you know I love sports. So after that class, I decided data analytics is the route for me to go because I really wasn't enjoying electrical engineering. And out of college, I got my first data analytics job at a tax software company, which is kind of boring compared to sports, but still I learned quite a bit at this job. And a few years after, I decided to move from this job into a data science role at a fintech, where now I specialize in risk and underwriting. So I have a decent amount of experience behind me, and I know that these skills are things that I have used on the job. Okay, and here's a few tips before we jump into this roadmap. The first is to have realistic expectations. You'll often see viral posts on Twitter or LinkedIn saying, if you study data analytics for 30 days, you can land a six-figure job. Well, two problems with that. Number one, you're not going to master data analytics in 30 days. You need to have realistic expectations behind that. I would say at least 6 months to a year. And ultimately, it depends on how many hours and how good your studying is, right? Some people are deep into studying. Other people are going to have a movie or a YouTube video off to the side and be distracted. So what you put into it is what you're going to get out. And the second side of thing is the 100,000 salary. Listen, my first data analytics job did not get close to $100,000. And realistically, yours is not also. Be happy if you get your first data analytics job. Again, you can always move jobs once you get a bit of experience. That being said, along the lines of studying, you're going to have both up and down moments. Some days you're going to be super motivated to learn. Some weekends you might be putting in 4 to 8 hours just constantly studying. Other days you're going to say, I don't want to study. This isn't for me today. And that's perfectly okay. Not every day is going to be great. I look at it kind of like lifting weights or running. As long as you're improving week over week, that is all that matters. And really try to make this into some sort of routine. Set aside a specific amount of time on a weekend or days of the week and just dedicate that into studying. Along the lines of studying, don't just watch YouTube videos and call it a day. Try to apply your skills to specific projects. Maybe watch a YouTube video and code it out to the side. And then look for a data set to apply it to. You can look at a website like Kaggle, which has thousands upon thousands of free data sets to download, and you can just start from there. We're going to start off this roadmap by talking about math. Now, as a data analyst, you're going to be using math on a daily basis. So if you don't like math, I'm sorry, data analytics is not for you. Now, here's the deal. What you need to know as an analyst, I would recommend knowing the basics behind algebra as well as statistics. There's nothing really too rigorous about this. If you're jumping into the data science sphere, you're going to have to know like calculus, you're going to have to know linear algebra. But as an analyst, you're going to be okay with just the basics between algebra and statistics. What you're going to really have to know, number one, is explaining charts to stakeholders. You're going to be building a lot of graphs, and then you're going to have to present them sometimes whether in like a PowerPoint presentation or on calls. So really understanding what's going on in a chart and explaining it to someone is helpful, as well as learning how to chart data. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. On the statistics side of things, I highly recommend you learn the basics of different distributions, the differences between mean, median, and mode. One thing you'll find out pretty early on in your data analytics career is stakeholders love talking about the mean and skip over the median, where median typically is a better point of a center reference. And if you want to learn a little bit about statistics, I do have a full playlist on the channel. Now, those statistics videos also talk about Python at the end, but that part is more geared towards people trying to learn data science. I highly suggest you learn statistics because it's going to really help you in your data career though. Okay, so after a quick refresher on algebra and statistics, the next thing you want to do is jump into Excel. Now, some people are going to say you need to become an Excel expert to land your first data analytics job. Honestly, I think you should be okay with just the basics. Sometimes you'll need a little bit more advanced functions, and you could honestly Google those on the job. But what you should know, at least for Excel, is like what is a worksheet, what are rows and columns, what is a cell. You should know how to write basic formulas. And then at the same side of things, practice cleaning up data, because there's one thing that you'll experience quite a bit in your data career is messy data, and you're expected to clean that up. Okay, what I recommend you guys spend the most amount of time on with this roadmap is mastering SQL. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to specifically study one flavor of SQL. When starting out, you'll find out there's a lot of different variations of SQL out there, whether it's MS SQL or MySQL or Postgres, and all companies use different types of SQL. My first job used MS SQL, and today I use Redshift SQL. I'd say about 80 to 90% of the SQL is the same, but each specific flavor of SQL has some minor tweaks. You'll pick it up pretty easily when you code with it daily, but it can be annoying, at least in the beginning. But as a beginner, focus on one specific type. What I'd recommend is probably studying MS SQL out of the gate. And then if the company that you eventually join has a different flavor, just focus on that. Now, in terms of SQL, like what should you learn? The one thing you're going to get interviewed quite a bit on is the different types of joins. So first study that, what's the difference between a left and an inner join? Next, practice group bys, then look at unions, CTEs and subqueries, and finally window functions. As I mentioned in the beginning, right, it's going to take time to learn this. The SQL side of things, it's going to take you at least probably 2 to 3 months to feel pretty comfortable with SQL. And this is one of those things that I would almost recommend that you study daily and try to continue to practice your skills with, because SQL is just that important as a data analyst. So as you're studying SQL, the next thing that you should put on your roadmap, and these are kind of at the same time, is practicing SQL interview questions. And there's a lot of different websites that you can use to practice these. In fact, I've also made a ton of videos on the channel about them. First, you have StrataScratch, which is an affiliate of the channel. Then you have DataLemur, which I have a lot of videos on, and then also LeetCode, which I also have quite a bit of videos on. But really start on the easy side of things and slowly progress, right? Maybe you start with 10 or 15 easy questions. And once you get these down where you're not stumped, maybe try attempting a medium question while still solving easy questions. Once you get medium down, then move into hard. And again, it's kind of like working out or running. You're not going to run a marathon right away. You're going to start off with maybe trying to train up to a 5K, then maybe a 10K or half marathon. Then you jump into the marathon side of things. So slowly progress your skills on the SQL interview questions, because it's really important, especially as you get your first data analytics job. The interviewer is going to ask you some technical questions, and it's expected that you're able to solve these SQL questions. This next section, I wasn't 100% sure where I wanted to put this in the roadmap, but it is a skill set that I think every data analyst should have, especially those trying to jump into a new job. And that is the basics of ChatGPT as well as prompt engineering. Look, there's a ton of benefits of using AI within data analytics, and that can be a full video on itself. But by using ChatGPT, you can simplify writing queries. You can also debug queries. It can give you ideas. It can also solve math equations. And using this on my daily workflow, I'm able to improve my efficiency on the job. And if you guys do want to see how I use ChatGPT or AI as a data analyst or data scientist, let me know. I can make that video for you. Okay, so up next, you want to know at least one BI tool. What I would recommend is at least the basics of one tool, knowing when do you want to use a specific chart and understanding how you would want to import in specific data. But the thing is, companies are going to use different tools. The most popular ones out there are Tableau as well as PowerBI. But like today at the company I work at, we use a mixture of both Looker as well as Mode, which aren't the two most popular tools. And there's a lot of different BI tools out there. And I do not recommend that you learn every single one. Just stick to either Power BI or Tableau in the beginning. And then when you land a job, really study the BI tool you use there and become an expert in it. Our last step before landing your first job is going to be prepping for interviews. And there's two sides of it, right? The first is going to be building out a resume that stands out. And then the second would be practicing interview questions. Now, I don't have a video yet on the resume side of things. It has been requested, and I do plan on recording one within quarter one. But what I highly suggest is you tailor your resume towards a specific industry that you are applying to. That also includes having specific projects towards that industry and skill sets that you think would be useful. In regards to the interview, there's different parts of the interview, and there's also going to be multiple rounds. Uh, Interview is not one round, right? You're going to have anywhere from 3 to 7 rounds, depending on the company. And yeah, that does suck that sometimes you're going to have 5 or 6 rounds, but that's how our job market is today, especially in 2025. But beyond the technical SQL interview, which you will get, you'll also have behavioral rounds. You'll have round with a recruiter and other team members as well. And people can ask you multiple questions. Common questions that I've seen during interviews. Number one, I've been asked this on almost every interview, is how do you manage your time across multiple projects? As a data analyst, you're not going to be focusing specifically on one project with one stakeholder. Often you're going to be involved with multiple projects at any given time. So it's important to talk about time management. Another question is, how do you explain complicated data to non-technical stakeholders? And unlike the technical side of things, probably the most common question, as funny as it is like explaining the different types of joins. I've also had an interview before where we walk through a specific table and notice if there's anything wrong, where we take specifically a look at different data types for fields. And I thought that one was actually a really good one. All right, so at this point, you should have the skill set ready to go to land your first entry-level data analytics job. And what I will say is it's still tough to get a job, even if you do have all these skills. There's hundreds of people applying to jobs, so you have to make sure to differentiate yourself. Also, networking goes really far. And I should also say, even when you do land this job, your learning as a data analyst should not stop. You need to continue. So the next step, what I would recommend is you start learning Python. Now, Python greatly improves your data analytics skill set because it can help automate a lot of tasks and allows you to do even further data analysis and data cleanup. Where I would recommend to start with is Pandas. Now, Pandas essentially is like SQL, but for Python. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. And it's going to be the basics of everything that you start building on with data. I'd also recommend you start learning NumPy, which helps you with some of the math behind calculations, and also take a look at SciPy, which is built for statistics. After that, I'd start taking a look at a plotting library like Matplotlib or Seaborn, jump into some basic modeling with scikit-learn, and also look at a library called Streamlit. Streamlit is awesome because you can build out mini apps relatively quickly, and that can lead to a ton of automations for your team. So that is your data analyst roadmap for 2025. And if you want to learn some of the skills mentioned in this video, I should have playlists and individual videos on them. Again, start with your math, start with Excel, and then really focus on SQL. It's going to be the most important for your first data analytics job. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in another video.